Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Holy Guaco or Morgan, and you may not know me. You may. I am 16 years of age and I am currently a level 2 seller on Fiverr.com, and I have decided that I'm going to create a somewhat mini series and show off some of the things that I believe can help you improve both your Fiverr experience, delivery with customers, your gig setup, as well as just genuinely how to start making an income from Fiverr.com. This is completely ad-lib, so you're going to have to somewhat stick with me. But I genuinely do have a lot of experience in the field. I'm now on Fiverr for approximately 3 years, so far with a total income of approximately $2,500, with approximately 70 orders completed and a level 2 seller rating on Fiverr.com. So first of all, it doesn't matter where you're starting from, whether you have no idea how to do anything or whether you're somebody who actually does recording, advertising, anything like that as a business. And this applies to all fields in Fiverr. I'm going to be specifically focusing more on spokesperson gigs, as that's what I personally relate to, as that's what I do. But this can be applied to any service across Fiverr and any gig across Fiverr without a doubt. I suppose the main thing that most people would think is, do I need any money? Do I need any money to start up Fiverr? You obviously, I personally, I have a green screen, I have lights, I have a studio setup, I have my microphones, my lapel mics, I have my tripods, all of that. Do you need any money to start up Fiverr? No, not at all. I actually started with a 2009, I think, laptop with I can't even rate the camera on it. It was 720p, shoddy white balance. The frame rate was terrible on it, and genuinely, looking back, I can't understand why anybody ordered from me, but they did. And the point is that you don't need a expensive setup or a 4K camera or anything like that even to get started. Starting off, you're going to need to create your account. Try and make it a name that you stand by, that you know well, that if you find yourself being established, that you want to be established with that name. It doesn't matter a huge amount. Personally, I use Holy Guaco for everything. Don't ask me why, it's just the username that I have used since the age of 9. You're going to want to create your first gig. So you're going to want to find out what you do best. I was recommended by another YouTube channel who I watched a whole lot of tutorials from that said spokesperson videos get a large amount of revenue on Fiverr. And I thought, you know what, I can do that. And sure enough, I could. But your field may be music, it may be art, it may be just doing random videos, it may be YouTube, it may be video editing, it may be anything. It doesn't matter. You just need to find that skill and realize how you can make a profit and turn it from something that you do as a hobby into something that you do as a business. What you may find, what I found, was that you'll get a good few orders and then one order won't go great. You'll get a 4-star rating, or buyers will accidentally order the wrong thing and cancel an order, and your gig will shut down basically. It will get a bad negative rating and it will reach less people and you'll start losing orders. And as soon as you start losing orders, you start losing more potential. And that's the main thing on Fiverr. It's not a case of as soon as I post a gig, I have the same potential as somebody who has 1,000 orders as somebody who has 0 orders. And unfortunately, there isn't a balance in that. As your orders go up, your potential reach goes up, and it works one with another. As you get more orders, you get more potential, and the more potential, the more orders. So they work hand in hand, but it is difficult to get yourself established for those first few orders. The first 20 orders are going to be very staggered, or they may be very clumped, and then you may have a dry spell, as I personally experienced. For approximately 6 months, I didn't get any orders. It became a thing that I didn't really mind because Fiverr wasn't something I was focusing on, but for somebody who genuinely is trying to do this, it can be very frustrating. So have that patience and realize that this isn't just instantly you're now in a business. You have to work to get there. In saying all of that, Fiverr is genuinely very easy, provided that you do it in the right way. So you have figured out your skill, you figured out your name, and you have your first account. Congratulations, you are now on the way to actually being a very wealthy person, because you genuinely can get very, very wealthy off Fiverr. Personally, I have not yet. I am very, very stable on it. I'm making approximately €100 to €200 a month. and that works for me, but that potential will increase as my orders increase and as my time increases. And that's one of the main things of Fiverr. Everything takes time. You're going to take a lot of time. You're going to take time to get your first orders, realize what you're doing, realize your skills, and define those skills. I'm going to play a clip. I'm going to sadly play a clip of my first order. And you can see the difference between what I have now with studio lights and tripods and cameras. And although you can't see it, I have a green screen hanging bar up and my green screen behind me. There is immense amount of difference. And I'll go over a few of the points that show that you don't need anything. You can do this with a smartphone. You can do this with a laptop. You can do this with anything. You can do it with an old Nokia phone, provided you have a stable place that you can just put up your camera, talk into the microphone, you can be heard, you can be seen, and you can have that charisma with the customer. So play the first clip of my first order and let me cringe.
Hi guys. I look like Scuba Killer, I know. But you know something? I am way better than that Scottish since I watch Kuros's videos. You should all subscribe to Kuros because he's so cool, nice, and so beautiful.
So as you can see, it was terrible, genuinely terrible. The camera quality was awful. The color balance was dreadful. There was all the pixels because there wasn't proper lighting and it was trying to correct it genuinely terrible. But I got paid, and I got paid, I think, maybe $10, $15. It didn't matter. It was my first gig and I was happy about it. I was excited. I was feeling independent. This was my money. This was something that I had earned. This is something that I could spend how I wanted. And it's a very nice feeling. I'm going to go through all of the specific gigs, all of the different, the fine, minute details that you're going to do over the series. This here is just an introduction to why I'm doing this, why I think that I can speak on behalf of all of this, and basically just bore you for a good 10 minutes. So hopefully you've enjoyed this introduction. I'm going to be showcasing a lot more over the next couple weeks. And if you have any specific questions or you'd like me to go over anything in specifically, provided I have the knowledge to speak upon it, I'll gladly do it. And I may even make an entire video about it, provided that it was a substantial topic. So thank you for watching. Please stick with me for the rest of this series. It is going to be quite long, but the process of Fiverr is quite long and you genuinely do need quite a bit of patience. If you're new, please do subscribe. It means a huge amount. Trying to hit 100 subscribers. And if you like this video, just give it a like. This isn't a particularly meaty episode or anything like that, but it's an introduction. So hopefully you guys can realize this and stick with me.